the most important key point, it is memory distortions. For me, I have 4 different types of memory distortion. First of all, it is mechanical memory distortion. What does it mean? It's if something is vibrating, it is modifying the signal in adding harmonics. And these harmonics are coming after the main signal, right? Then it is, and everybody can mention that the support is important. Then what is important first is the mechanical distortion. Then you have this when you have a whole unit. You have this when you have a component, because if a current is going through any electrical component, it makes it vibrating. Of course, sometimes we can use the mechanical memory to make a better sound, like Tibetans or whatever. But when you design an audio system, you are not creating an instrument. You are creating something who must transfer the music with no cheating. And vibration is so important due to the current. For instance, you take a speaker like this, and you take away the drivers. You put the music, and you can listen to the music through the passive components of the filter. And this we call the magnetostriction. Second memory distortion, it is a hit. You can imagine that in an amplifier, you have a heat, you have transistor. This is a transistor. Inside you have a very, very small or heart, and all the current is going through. Then when the piece, the silicium part, when no music, it is about 30 degrees or something like that. But as soon as the current is going, 10 amps or 20 amps, it can reach 100 degrees Celsius or more. Then you can imagine that the characteristics of the transistor will change dramatically. Then it's why I call this thermal distortion. It makes that if the transistor is changing of temperature with the music, you have this sort of thermal distortion because the characteristic of the transistor will change. And then it will decrease the dynamic, will change the timbre. Then the third distortion, it is electrostatic distortion. It means electrostatic distortion, you have on all plastic component, you have some charge. Then it is what we call static charge. They are not moving. They are moving with a field around. And this is working like a memory because if they are moving not in phase with the signal. They have phase shift, and then it changes also the timbre. And it is why the color of the component and also the nature of the plastic is important. And it is why I paint some components, for instance, with a black paint. It is a paint of graphite. The fourth distortion, it is electromagnetic distortion. It works also like a memory because the magnetic field is also changing with the sound and never in phase with the sound. It is remaining and then disappearing and reappearing again. Then it is modifying also. Because in fact, it is storing energy and then give back with a delay. It is why, for instance, a cabinet in iron is not good, it's cheap, but it's not good because it increases the magnetic field.